Hello, everybody. This is Etta, and I just want to give you an update on this lady that has been on trial here for, and it came out during the trial that she was abusing the girl before she got out of the 8th grade over in my part of the town, and that the teachers and stuff started asking questions because the little girl had bruises and she's always act like she's starving to death. And so she took the little girl out of school, the way I understand it, and said she's going to homeschool her. And that is when the abuse really started. And her husband said he didn't do anything to the little girl whatsoever, and that he was a truck driver, and he wasn't home that often, and he didn't notice anything when he did come home. But then 2 years ago, he had a heart attack, and he couldn't be out on the road, and that he was very sick and ill, and so he was home. And he said that said every time he said anything, she said it's her daughter, and that she knew how to discipline her. But the man had talked to his mother about it, and the mother kept telling him, you better go to the police, you better do something. So it was his mother that kept calling the authorities 8 or 9 times and telling them that, the little girl was being abused, and they didn't pay any attention to it. And so I don't know what they're going to do about that. I tell you what, I'd go in there and I'd have my heads rolls, and there'd be some new people doing that business from now on down there at the child place. That's my opinion. And so that shows that they're not doing their job, especially when they're just constantly being told. And not only that the man got up and testified, and this was more or less what he did, that testified to. And then they brought in the other little girls that's been taken away from the home, and the oldest one, that is 11, she got on the stand. They questioned her, and she said yes, that they would be eating, and they'd have her over in a corner, and the mother and them would tantalize her and tell her how good the food tasted and show them what they was drinking and everything. But the mother had locks on all the doors and also the pantry where the food is, and she put a chain and lock around the refrigerator. That is where nobody could, because the husband said that once that she really got mad at him because he had sneaked her a drink of water, of all things, and that is why she turned off the water to the house. She'd go off and turn off the water at the house until she needed it. I mean, that is really something. I mean, this woman, she was mean. And anyway, the little girl said that's not true, that the husband had smacked her in the head and had taken things and hit on the little girl and called her names and laughed at her and teased her with food too. So he lied when he said he was, but his trial coming up in May. But it all wound up that they had it, and I can't go in, it'd take too long to explain everything and the gory details that was brought out. I mean, it just makes me sick at my stomach to even think about it. But anyway, as the trial got over with and the jury went out, it only took them 6 hours, and they come back and they give her the death sentence. But her lawyers has appealed, and they said that she might stay on death row. There has been someone on death row ever since 1982. And they're still appealing, so it might be years and years before anything happens, if anything happens, So anyway, but they did give her the death penalty, and the husband's trial now starts in May. And I'll let you know how his trial stands out at that time. But that's all I've got to say. It was really a gruesome trial, and I didn't butt in and come in and tell you every day the paper was full of stuff. And I didn't feel like, and I just haven't felt like getting on here and telling. I just summed it up real good for you to let you know what's happened to her. That Jeanette got what she deserves. So, all right. I tell you what I'd do. While she's waiting for the death sentence, I'd keep her on bread and water. That's sure how. At least she'd have water, she'd have bread. But God says you don't live by bread alone. Okay, I'm done for now, and God bless every one of you and keep you. Bye.